Good evening, and welcome to the Shadow Gallery. I am your host, James Donnelly. Third time's a charm. I'll explain that probably later. I'm sorry, no, I will explain it now. I'm having a bitch of a time fucking with the settings on my webcam. I have done this particular edition that I'm about to do twice already, and it's killing me because each time it's been in excess of like the first time I tried it, I did it in widescreen. Apparently, I changed the settings to AVI format, and it was 40 gigs in size. Okay, and that's just the video. It's not even counting the time. And then the last one I did, well, I figured, well, I'd, change it around a little bit, change the settings a little bit. That didn't help either. That was 19 gigs in size. So now we are back down to, we're back to WMV, and so it's not going to be as crystal clear, I'm sure, but hey, I'm going to do my best because it's new comics reviews, bitches. That's right. I ain't taking no shit no more. I don't even know what the fuck I mean by that. Alright. I'm just gonna get started here because I'm tired of saying the same damn thing for the third time. So this is probably gonna go by pretty quick. Although I have disabled the 10-minute cutoff point. So, bear with me. Okay. First issue this week, Secret Avengers number 11. It's a big week for comics. A lot of stuff came out this week, both good and not so good. This is one of the ones that's kind of in the middle. It's good, but it's not. But it could be a lot better. John Steele and Cap in World War II, a mission that they were on together, but John Steele is remembering it differently. So what do? Let's put Cap in the same memory and see what we can find. Of course, this is in a very kind of pseudo-matrixy type of environment where they are both in John Steele's head. They are sharing a singular consciousness through this experimental procedure, and blah 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 blah. Why did John Steele go bad? Why is he a member of the Shadow Council? Why does he seem to hate Cap so much? Will it be revealed? Who knows? Because this is the penultimate issue of Brubaker's run on Secret Avengers. Because after the next issue, after issue 12, Nick Spencer of Morning Glories will be taking over. And my offer still stands to you, comic noob, aka Ian. I will buy you a keg of the finest lager if I ever make it across the pond, which is highly unlikely. I mean, like, chances are very slim to none. But hey, if you're ever stateside and you decide to come out to Arizona because you like it hot, and I mean that in a totally heterosexual way, God, I'll be glad to buy you a keg of probably the poorest lager, because American beer is shit. Anyway, but again, that's for turning me on to Morning Glories, by the way. If you're not following Comic Noob, get on his channel, because not only does he have good insight, but he's Scottish, so that makes listening to him really fun. That's why my wife will actually. This is the only YouTube comic related stuff that she'll actually watch. Ian is your channel, because she just loves listening to you. I do too. Reminds me a little bit of home. I'm half Irish, so but I've never been anywhere near actual Ireland. So, but kind of an Irish Catholic upbringing. Anyway, moving on. One of the things that I love about Secret Avengers is that it's a team book. But maybe it's because of all of the, you know, Cap-induced craziness that we've got going on right now that it seems like even in the team books, Steve Rogers has got to get a lot of FaceTime in. I like the fact about Secret Avengers that it's these B-listers, okay? It's a Black Ops unit. You've got Ant-Man, you've got War Machine, you've got Moon Knight, you've got Black Widow, you've got Valkyrie, you've got the Beast. This is a really fucking cool team. I want to see more of this team doing stuff together, like in the first arc. And I want Nova back on the team, or I want Shang-Chi on the team. I like the fact that that Prince of Orphans was on the team, or at least was working with the team for a while. I like the fact that, you know, Brubaker's bringing people in from his run on Immortal Iron Fist with Matt Fraction. That was an awesome comic, by the way. And it still was pretty cool even after Dwayne Straczynski took over. But it just wasn't really my cup of tea anymore. Anyway. So Secret Avengers, maybe Nick Spencer will go back to that after Brubaker's finished up. I can't believe I'm actually going to say that I may be even a little relieved to see Brubaker leaving this book, to have somebody else step in and maybe, you know, go in this different direction that I'm hoping the book, well, not in a different direction, but get back to what the book is kind of all about, which is, you know, a team book. And, you know, no fault. I don't blame Brubaker for this. I think that it's very much an editorial decision, because the movie this summer, you're dying to see it. I'm dying to see it. We're all dying to see it. So let's get let's get Cap. Let's not always kind of give him center stage, at least for a little while. Although it's probably going to happen, so fuck it. Anyway, moving on. Big disappointment of this week. Godzilla, Kingdom of Monsters #1. Okay, let me take that. Kind of a disappointment. Why? It's $3.99. Look at this cover. Well, look at this cover by Alex Ross. It's awesome. I know that you have this glare and that kind of sucks, because my comic store decided to start bagging and boarding everything that somebody gets in their pull box, which is cool in and of itself, but not everything needs to be bagged and boarded. That might be sacrilege to some people, but to me, I just don't think that everything needs to be bagged and boarded. Anyway, I've loved Godzilla since I was a kid. I've loved the idea of Godzilla since I was a kid. You know, if I could do the Godzilla roar right now, even 25%, I would totally do it. Or I would totally try, but there's no way I'm going to embarrass myself even more than I probably already have. In just these last 8 minutes. But Eric Powell. I have never read The Goon. I've never read anything that Eric Powell's done. I'm sorry. Kill me now. Okay? If you've read The Goon and you have something to say about it, please, that's what the comment section's for. Okay? I go and see your videos and I comment on them. Do me a favor, come see mine and comment on it. You know, you watch it, click on like, click on dislike. Tell me what you want to see from me. Comment. It takes a couple minutes. It takes even less. It takes a couple of seconds to like or dislike. It's just, I want to know what you people have to say about what I'm doing. I've put up over 100 videos now. And, you know, not a lot of viewers, because, you know what? I'm so cool that only a few people know about me. So, you in the audience, you're the hipsters now, okay? So get your ironic glasses on, start growing your goatees, don't give a shit about your clothes, and follow me. Because I am what's hip, I'm what's underground, I'm what's now, I'm what's happening, baby. I'm not drunk or stoned or anything like that. I'm just tired. So if I'm a little slappy, okay. Why I didn't particularly care for this all that much. It's like 16 pages of comics for $3.99 and the rest of it's ads. I understand you're IDW. You gotta pay your bills, okay? You're an upstart company. You're going against the big guys, man. You gotta do something to get your asses out there. I appreciate that. You gotta make some scratch. Gotta make some cheddar. Gotta make it rain. Whatever. I'm getting the it's too little. There's too much detritus in this issue, and it's too fast. You're giving too much too fast. Okay, here's Godzilla. Here's how Godzilla gets his atomic fire breath. Here's a nuke being launched in the vicinity of Japan. What is this going to do to the inhabitants? What is the radioactive fallout going to be like? And this is, it's kind of sensitive right now. But I appreciate that this was written a long time before the recent disasters in Japan. So, and I don't think that this book is insensitive by any stretch of the imagination. People who do, I think, should be tarred and feathered, because it's so not. Although I'm sure there will be some people out there saying, "Oh, it's too soon. They should have waited or whatever." No. That's just what I feel. Okay, but Phil Hester does a really nice job of art in this issue, especially since I really primarily know him as a writer and not an illustrator. So again, I'm going to follow that for maybe a little bit longer if it starts to get more comic and less addy, ad stuff. So moving on, Kick-Ass 2, number 2. It's kind of cool the way that happens. It's like 1/11/11. This is some great stuff. It's Miller and Romita Jr. tearing it up again with Kick-Ass and his version of his Justice League or his Avengers. With hooking up with some all new costumed heroes, and I love it that Miller actually takes some moments out to poke a little bit of fun at the goth kid community. Because you know why? If you are a goth kid and you're watching this right now, stop being what you are, because it makes you look like an ass. Okay? And it usually makes you act like an ass. Okay? It's a fashion. It's a fad. It's not a lifestyle. It's not who you really are. It's all this shit that you're using to hide. Getting your, just do me a favor. Throw away all of your crow makeup. Return all the shit to Hot Topic. Go to Target. Whatever. Go to some outlet stores. Go to Goodwill. I don't care. Get some jeans and a t-shirt and a jacket. Okay? And wipe all this shit off your face and take the fucking thing out of your nose and your tongue and your dick and your clit and, just be, not normal, but just, be who you really are. Because that's not who you really are. Okay? Listen to me. I kind of did the pseudo-goth thing for a while. And I looked like I was a fucking douchebag. Okay? So I stopped it as soon as I realized I looked like a fucking douchebag. Okay? So, that's my word of advice to you youngsters out there. Practice safe sex, too. Don't do drugs. That's way too hypocritical for me to say any of those things, except for being a douchey goth kid. Okay? So don't do that.